Hi guys, I'm Jamie, the frequency queen, and today I'm going to talk to you about a very important subject. Why are relationships one of the biggest ways to heal? So if you are into shadow work, if you are trying to exponentially grow, why you can actually get the most quick results through relationships. So romantic and friendship, but specifically romantic. So stay tuned. Okay, so first thing is romantic relationships are going to pull up our biggest, deepest, deep root seated triggers possible. So we have our parents, when we were born, we learned how to receive love. And some of us, this could be not receiving any love, not having our needs met. And so our romantic triggers in relationships are going to pretty much bring these up. So if you're experiencing like a lot of toxicity in your relationships, don't always think of this as such a bad sign. What you need to do is actually see it with gratitude. I know it might suck. I know you might be crying in your room. I know, like, never allow disrespect, obviously, but if you're in a romantic relationship and you're getting heavily triggered, try to sit with it and process those emotions, because what happens is we have unprocessed emotions that are in our body from when we were like a baby. So when our parents had us, conception, everything like that. And so when these triggers come out, these are just actually a reflection of our innermost wounds. So instead of seeing it as like, oh my God, your partner's horrible, like what's going on, and then feeling sad and depressed, you're gonna naturally feel those emotions, but they're most likely unprocessed emotions from your past. So give yourself time and grace to sit with those and reflect and put some affirmations in, like, I am worthy, I am lovable. Be very kind to yourself, almost as if you were your own child, like if you were a baby, how you would want to be treated, and give yourself those love in those moments. Now, if your partner isn't doing the work as well, it might be more difficult to do this, but you can absolutely still do this process. Even if you're just self-aware, okay? It might not be your forever person, depending on if you want someone who's actively doing inner work or not. But even if it's just like you started dating again and you're dabbling in dating, you can have relationships with people that can kind of practice to get you to your long-term relationship. So if you're intentionally dating like this, you can actually use it to be more prepared and call in the love of your life. So you can either go through this with someone who's actively doing the work, and that might be your forever person. They can kind of help give you space, but not everybody is as self-aware. So if it's not, try to look at each person that you're dating almost like you're playing like a game. Like, okay, what can I get to know about this person? Even if you develop feelings, just try to take a step back and be like, what can God show me in this moment? What am I trying to learn? Because if it's not this person, it's preparing me for my forever person. And allow yourself to process those emotions. The thing is, when we're trying to fight patterns, we have to realize how we get triggered, what is causing the trigger, and how to respond differently. So this is like a great time with like dating, is to play around with responding differently. So if you always respond, you're like less committed in these, when you first start dating, you're less committed. There's less pressure, right? So instead of getting wrapped up and be like, oh, this guy ghosted me or whatever, try a different tactic. Like, do something different. The thing is with divine feminine, so masculine energy is what pursues the feminine. However, the divine feminine is a very strong power, and it's based in authenticity. So you always want to do what's authentically called to you. And so this kind of defies some of the rules of dating that's like commonly out there. So when you break down these triggers and break down these patterns, you can kind of intuitively figure out how you want to respond more. So when you're dating, I know as women, we kind of get wrapped up like, oh my God, is this going to be my husband? We want to have kids. Or if you don't want to have kids or get married too, that's cool. But a lot of us kind of think like, oh, is this person going to be my long-term person? But instead of thinking of it like that, try to have a dance with that person, see them as a reflection of yourself. And, whether it turns into something long-term, amazing. But even if it doesn't, give yourself the opportunity to practice and have a more playful mindset. Because if you're really having the end goal of like wanting a divine unionship, then this is like the best place to do it. Just make sure you have the right resources, make sure you have a journal, give yourself time, meditate. You're not gonna always be feeling joy in these situations. And when you are feeling like sad or something, just make sure you're reflecting what's causing that sadness. Does that go deeper? And am I exacerbating the problem? Am I causing this problem to go even deeper? Or did I call this problem through my subconscious to myself? Because you could have a deep rooted belief system, and then this is your opportunity now to go ahead and like change it and play with it. So beginning dating is pretty fun, and it is like an adventure. And so if you're on your journey, these are really a really great place to start with how to call in like the love of your life, and also be someone who is ready to receive that. We don't have to be healed in order to receive our forever person. Like that is an absolute misconception. Actually, it's best, I think. I mean, it's personal preference. I would love my partner to be someone that helps me along my healing journey, but I need a very strong divine masculine man who's very grounded and centered. But in the meantime, you can do your own work and call this in. And if someone's not doing that work, that's okay, as long as you are. And then take that as like an opportunity to learn and grow, and also see every single person as a reflection of yourself. When we're in romantic relationships, they are mirrors. So that's their job. So if something happens, be like, thank you, God, for showing me this. Thank you, God, for showing me this. How can I respond differently? And as you break it down, I don't know how old you are when you're watching this video, but if you remember like when you were young and in love, like in high school, like if you had a high school boyfriend or in middle school, love felt so cool and like free and playful. And I've noticed with doing this work, as I get in romantic relationships, I have more of this attitude towards romance again. And I realized, okay, it's because I'm breaking down past relationships, right? We all start from like a healed place, and then as we go through the world, we're having experiences which change us and we want to protect ourselves, but we can actually get back to being like fresh and have that amazing love that we all deserve. So whether you're a man or a woman, rewriting our story and giving ourselves the ability to experience this is so fun. I'm really passionate about this, and I hope that if you found this video helpful, put it down below in the comments if you're trying to call in a divine feminine or divine masculine, and what experiences you've had. Do you have a partner right now that's helping you with your growth? How's the dating life for you? Again, my name's Jamie. I'm the Frequency Queen, and thank you so much for tuning into my video.